Hello, this is Nick, and today we're going fishing. And today we're going to fish for trout in a local lake. So the plan is next. First we come to the place. I'm gonna check my gear, and then I'm going to slowly walk around the lake. It takes around, well, it's 5-ish kilometers. And I know that there is another smaller lake behind, just a nice and cozy place. So we'll probably try to fish from there as well. And I will just stop and fish on all the spots that I find good for fishing. Yep. And then we'll see what's coming. I'm walking the final stretch to the lake. You see it's cloudy today. It's cloudy today, and it's quite a lot of wind as well, which creates some movement on top of the water surface. I hope it makes fish a bit less scared and go further up to the surface. So I just came, and you see this is the lake. Of course it's not possible to see everything from here, but this is just the beginning. Probably it's not, I did not put a CPL filter yet, so you probably don't see what's under surface, but it's around a meter here. And normally when the water is high, because now it's summer and the water is quite low, but normally here we have a dam, and the water goes there, and you see I think it's completely dry now. I think someone else actually made a fire here. So yeah, it's very low water today. So let's check my gear. This is my fishing rod. It's a small one. It's 3 to 15 grams, just a regular spinning rod, and I think I love it because it just works for like 8 years, I think. This is my reel. I think it's one of the first that I bought, and it still works with a fire line on top. So I'm not using the regular line. This is my backpack. This is my Swiss knife. This is what I use as a multi-tool. Always works. It has pretty much everything I need. It has the regular scissors for line, and if I have a fire line that scissors don't work with, I have this thing that I can cut fire line. Then I have, this is just some random lake flies here, and I don't use them much these days, but I have them in case. And if I use them, I have a couple of bombardas here, just these guys. This is what you throw and using as a weight, and then you can use it with your spinning rod. So you don't have to have fly rod or anything like that. So then this is just like different things here, like hooks, weights, some small things that you need for the setup. And I just have a couple of different leaders, for experiments and for some other setups. And I also use them for fly. So then what I have here, this is where I have my lures. This is what I use most of the time. I think most of the time I use this kind of trout pattern. It's like orange, or sometimes if I have silver ones, and that's just a copper red one. And if it's a lot of grass, I use the green ones. But honestly, it's hard to say what works when. You just need to try all of them when you come to the place for the first time. And like I say, I never come to the fishing. Okay, sorry, I never come out of fishing store without anything. So this is my most all-the-time favorite. I think I lost it when I fished last time. It's a classical silver and red dots, and this is something that seller advised me to use. I didn't use it before, but I think I will use it. I think I'll use it today just to try. And because this is a wobbler, so the cool thing about wobblers is that I think, and spinners as well, it's easier, I think, to maintain the height, especially when the water is low and you don't want because the lure, when you fish with lure, it will probably sink, and like you need to maintain the proper height, and it's much easier with the spinners and wobblers. I have a second box, which is also just a set of, that's another set of lures, but they have, you can see this red one and copper one. That's not shiny. This is what I also use in the sea, because especially in the winter. So the red ones, red and black, this is my secret winter lure that I always get something, at least a bite, something. Okay, it's just a bit of too many lures. So next is the big pocket. Here I have like things to sit on. This is what I'm going to use later to make a first-person view. I put the camera on my chest and scissors to safely release hook or anything or fly from the fish mouth. Yep. Water, you know, for water to drink. This is my filters. I recently bought them and I'm going to use CPL filter today so you can look into the under the surface of the water. I think probably that's it, and this is, well, if I get fish I need to somehow transport it, because the thing is I don't do this catch and release thing. What I do is catch and eat. So I go to the place, I get fish enough to eat, I bring it with me home and I eat it. That's what I do. Sometimes I get a bit more fish than I need for dinner or something, then I just freeze it and then I eat it later. So I try not to, because catch and release, for me it sounds a bit strange thing that, you know, you hurt the fish, but okay, I'm not gonna argue. People do that and I'm fine with that. It's just I'm hunting for fish to eat it, that's the thing. Oh yeah, I also have these two guys. This is just to keep my lips not dry, and just headphones so I can listen to music, and it kind of keeps my ears protected, because if it's a lot of wind it might get, I can actually feel pain in the evening. I don't know why, but that's how it is with me. So now we just pack it back again and start walking and look for fish. So this is gonna be the first spot. Just looks like an open water here, and it's relatively easy to cast from here. I'll just try make a couple of throws. I'm gonna try the copper one. And I'm trying to throw a bit towards the shore, so it's not just straight into the water, but straight into the depth, but more like so fish can follow it also along the coast. And maybe I'll try one more time to the other side. I think we got a couple of the vegetarian meals here. Stuck a bit in the grass, and I think I'll grab some grass with me. Oh, not as much grass as it could be, but you see, it's not that nice looking thing. So I'm gonna just release it, remove it, and just keep going. So when you walk in the forest in Norway and it's like a trail path, you need to spot these blue lines. It can be on the tree, it can be on the stone, and that essentially means that it's like official path that you can just walk It's a fish, right? Looks like fish. So that's what we are about. But that's what we are looking for. I think we are actually on one of my spots. So from here I'll not be very loud. And I don't know if you see this. Oh, you can actually see fish from here. See it? In the water. That's a small one, but I think it's perch. Yeah, water is so transparent today. Not very good for me, not very good for fishing, but let's give it a try. So I'll make a fishing stop here and just give it a couple of tries as well. Let's look around us. Like, this is the beginning of the water here. That's a small island, and all this is just beautiful lake. And like I said, we're going to walk around it today. Because the water is very deep here, I will probably give the lure a couple of seconds to go down. It's not that heavy lure either, so... Oh, you see it? You see it? Look, 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 it's two small fishes. One probably was perch, but the second one, another one, probably was... Okay, so it could be something here. What I do now, I'll try to do it again, just a bit quicker, because it feels like it was curious about my lure, but my lure was not aggressive enough to, you know, for fish to catch it, to grab it, to bite it. So let's just try to do it quick, and I put my tip into the water, so it doesn't create this marks on the surface. Yep, you see again? So I guess maybe it's just not interested in eating. Kind of makes sense, it's warm water today, but still could be a good chance. Let's try another lure. I guess I'll try this guy. Red and copper. No, that's actually... I think the hook of this lure is too old. So I'll try the copper and the black one. I need to maintain my lures better. So I'm using just this thing that it's kind of a easy replacement tip. But I guess the idea for this lure, it's well, it has the same weight, but I kind of more like how it reacts to the faster reeling. So if I reel in faster with this copper lure, it will probably be more natural for to simulate a fish movement. And I think it also flies further. So the idea here for me, what I do now, is that the tip of my very sensitive rod should react to how lure moves in the water. I make sure that tip creates as much movement as possible, meaning that, you know, lure probably does the same in the water. So that's the speed that I want to achieve, and it's easier to do it with this my lure. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you see the fish, but I see it. It's a small fish though. Too small. Let's try now. Throw it again. No fish this time. Just too scared of me splashing this water. Try again this direction. Okay, I guess I can do it last time here and move on. Yeah, you know what? Before I move, I think because of too depth water, too high, like it's a lot of depth in the water. So I will just throw it again, and I'll give it some minutes. Not minutes, but just let it maybe sink for a couple of meters before I start to reel in. See, it takes the line. Because if fish is there, it's supposed to be closer to the bottom. Okay, should be good enough. Let's try. Oh, I think I felt something. Oh yeah, so it's 3 fishes, 3, maybe 4. It's like a prey. I don't know if I can move in here. If I can spot them here on the stone. No, probably it's not that stupid. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I need to let it sink even more, so it kind of calls the biggest fish of the lake. Oh, it smells like in a sauna actually. Not a steam, not a humid, but the wood when it's hot. That's how it smells now. Okay, so see this spot? I kind of wanna go down and fish from there, and just try to throw the cast there. Maybe I can actually start from here. We'll see. Yeah, my rod is not long enough because the point is if it's too high, like on this height from the water, the lure will always go up, and that's not what I want. I want it to go parallel to the surface, not swimming up. Okay. There's a small fish moving there. I guess I scared it a bit. Now we're coming to the dark forest. Well, let's just follow the trail. nice place. It's a big stone. So what we're doing now, we're going around the rock to the second lake, which is just behind the main one. I never fished there because I don't know why, but it's much smaller, cozy. It's more like a place where you just sit and relax rather than, you know, fish there. We'll see. It's also, I think, a bit harder to find the spot for fishing there because it's a bit of shallow and like a swampy coast, swampy shore. So this is bad. What we see now, it could be a lot of ticks. I found like 4 or 5 ticks on me this year while just cycling around. So it's not a nice thing to get on you. I have to check it after. At least I don't wear shorts today, so it's somewhat protection. So this Bakanation is where we're going. 700 meters, circa, around. Circa is approximately Norwegian. Hope I'm not lost. Bakanation. There. That's interesting. What do you think? Will it handle? Okay, let's just give it. This is another nice lake. It's much smaller and it's much harder to get here. And I'll try to fish from here. I just need to find a spot, like I said. Okay. So I could probably try from this spot. One thing I want to try my lure before I go, trying something less sea-like, but and it's probably shallow water here, so I guess I need to try a smaller lure. I'll try the one that I bought, my most favorite one. Could step in. If it's fish here, it could be a trip for an entire day, just, you know, with the grill and stuff. Maybe next time I should come and try worms too. It's more like a intelligence trip today, just to see if there's anything. Goodness, flowers, nice. Okay, let's move on. Oh, this could be a nice place. Let's go down. Here. It's all blueberries. So I just decided to take a short break. There's actually a lot of berries here. These guys, I think it's blueberries or something at least that looks like blueberries. I just could grab a few. Probably it's a bit early in the season. Well, they don't look small. They are small, but maybe they're just wild guys. Tastes good. Found a bit more. So they taste good. It's they're quite sweet actually. It's very often if you get them in the wild, they're a bit sour. But not these ones. Cool. Guess we got some food. Not fishy food though. You know, I actually never go for mushrooms because I'm a bit scary of, you know, like the proportions of risk to die or like get a serious poison and in exchange for tasty mushroom, right? I guess we can continue fishing. Okay, let's move further. Yeah, could be a nice spot to sit and relax, but for fishing, I guess I'll just catch all these leaves. Nice place though. This is a place I can fish a bit. Yep. Not very clean. Or clean, but kids are kids, I guess. And if it doesn't go well, I probably change it back to copper one. Interesting thing, I didn't see any fish though yet in this place. Let's change it again and try the copper one. Okay, let's try. Not much fish in this lake, so I guess we're gonna just go back to the main and try our luck. Okay, I think maybe it's this way. Do you see blue spots? I don't. Yeah, so this is information about fishing cart. It costs $35 a year, and I think it costs like $55 a day. I have one, so could be slippery when it's raining, especially if you step on this green zones. and when it's wet, it's very slippery. So that's important to keep in mind when you're traveling, especially if you go alone. Hey, is there anyone there?
Yes, yes.
That's a nice place. I think it's a good view to the entire lake. So it's basically two small islands in the middle, and I think that's where we started. We have that place, so I guess we are now just around halfway through around the lake. And I don't see if you see, but that's probably another spot I'm going to visit now, just to check how it goes there. It's important to have a proper shoes for hiking, so you have good traction with the stones and grass and other types of surfaces you might meet in these forests. Okay, that's a good place. Let's just try. There are 3 fishes underwater. One is okay, I guess, but that's not trout. And that's a sad thing. Hello, ducks. We have a gang of 4 here. I don't have any food, guys, sorry. Not yet. Nice spot here. I'll just move on. We got in a tree. Yep, we got in a tree. Yep, and I think we're stuck now. Yep, minus lure. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put another lure. This is a quite old line, and I definitely need to replace it, but not today. Okay, let's cast it. Try more. Yep, catfish. Holy shit, that's not nice. This fish I release because it's too small. I think it should have a long life after we meet. So the idea is that you find a sweet spot when you reel in. You find a spot of this, like a best speed when your tip is loaded, and you kind of feel it always. It kind of plays with the lure in a way. So it also depends, of course, on the lure weight. I guess the heavier weight, heavier lures are, the faster probably you can reel in. But the idea is that you need to find a speed when the tip is loaded all the time, and it kind of does this, and you feel the lure all the time in the end of your tip, because that happens. When that happens, you also feel it here. And it's also when you configure the tension here and your reel. If it's a big fish, you want to play with it course you'll give it a bit less tension, but if it's this kind of small fish, I would not play with it. I would just immediately get it out and, you know, release it and, well, release it. Remove the hook and release it, because, yeah, I don't want it to suffer. Bigger fish is more fun, and that's, I mean, the fish, when I say bigger fish, I mean the fish that I would keep and eat it later. That's a nice place. Okay. Okay, let's try. One fish just managed to run off the hook. And it was just close, like almost in the end. So I guess, well, it's not a big fish either. Let's do it a bit faster. But you see now it's a second bite on this side. It's probably a better place. This time of day you need to remember that, where the sun is and the weather, wind. Huh, okay, cool. Ouch. That hurts. Got a fish? Nope. Managed to escape again. Yes! Catfish. Okay, that's another small guy. And we will let him go. He has armor, and it's quite painful to hold it. Okay, let's take a risk. Yep, doesn't seem to be very slippery stone. I just need to wash my hands. It's second fish, but it's not trout. I got a couple of trouts here before, and yeah, that's strange. But fish is fish. Let's move into that stone. So we are as far into the water as we can. Stuck. Yep, we lost one more. There was a fish. Swim there. It's a nice place. We have some rest. So it was a long walk around the lake. I'm tired, and I got some fish today. It was I think it was small perch. I'm not like very happy with that. It was not a trout. We didn't get any trouts today. I don't think I saw any trout today. But fish is fish, so we got 2, and I think there were some more bites. Guess next time we come here, I will I will try to find a spot in the time of day that the trout is much more aggressive and visible in the water. And we'll try bombarda or fly fishing. I'm not sure if it was not many fly fishing spots there, but if we try bombarda, so we throw a fly with the weight, that might work better. Anyways, it was a good day. Nice nature in Norway, and yeah, it's always nice. So thanks and see you later.